to the journey of Kay's baby. My name is Q and thank you so much for clicking on the video. So today, well actually let me just talk about my channel a little bit since y'all are probably new because this is a relatively new channel. So this is just pretty much me journaling my adult life just so I can look back on it in a couple of months, couple of years and be like, wow, look how far you've come. I'm proud of you, you know? So it's just a little bragging moment for myself, I guess. But today I'm just going to be talking about my journey so far as an adult. So right now I am 20 years old. I dropped out of school prior to the fall semester. So right before summer started, I decided not to continue with fall semester, and I moved to a new city, got a job, got my first apartment, quit the job, looking for another job. Here I am. So yeah, boom. But yes, first I want to say adulting hasn't been that difficult for me. And another thing I want to say, because y'all see me looking in the distance, this is the very first time that I've done like a face to the camera type situation, you know what I'm saying? Thus far it's been like almost podcast style, so this is a little odd for me. So if I look odd to y'all, please forgive me. I'm not trying to look that way, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's weird. But anywho, yeah, I feel like it hasn't been, no, I'm lying. It has been difficult at times. There's been a lot of crying, a lot of praying, a lot of why this, why that. But I've been making it, really been making it. When I first moved out here, didn't have a job, didn't have a place to stay. By the grace of God, I got a job, got a place to stay. So that, you know, that was looking up. The job that I was at was terrible. I did not like it at all. I would literally cry in the parking lot prior to going, you know, into the workplace or whatever. And I actually remember, this is so unprofessional, I know, whatever, but I remember, I have, okay, another side note, I have a bunch of like oil. I put Carmex on my face because I didn't have oil in my boyfriend's room because I didn't want to look dull on the camera. And I have a bunch by my nose, a bunch by my chin. That don't really matter, but it is what it is. But anyways, back to my job situation. Hated it. Was not it for me. Hate is a very strong word. Strongly disliked the job. It was not it for me. Very professional, very unprofessional, excuse me. I told my supervisor, I like almost started crying. I didn't cry because that's embarrassing to me. I don't know you like that. You don't know me like that. You came here to work. I'm sure you don't want to deal with all that. But I almost cried. You could see like the tearlets dropping from my eyes damn near, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, I just don't know if this is for me. And he sat there. I love him. I think he was very funny, but it was just, it like irked me. I'm like, dang, I come here every day. You don't know that I hate my job. You just found out a second ago. And this how you gonna treat me? This how you gonna treat me? And that didn't cause me to quit. I was already gonna quit, but I quit sooner. Now, here I am. But I haven't been freaking out. I've been saving and whatnot, and it was my own personal decision. Like, I prayed a lot prior to making that decision, but it wasn't scary. I was so excited to quit. It was low-key a little scary. Yeah, it was a little scary. Now I'm thinking thinking back to it, it was a tiny bit scary because it was just like, damn, I'm cursing a lot. Is that a bad word? I don't know. But anyways, dang, that was just like, how am I gonna pay for my rent? But I saved, so I'm good for the next couple of months. But it was just so many like house because I don't live with my mama anymore. You know, I can't call them and be like, hey, can I borrow however much money for my rent? I have to be responsible for that. And that was the part that was scary to me until I kind of got a group like, listen, calm down. Because I've been wanting to quit for so long. And I finally did it because it was taking up so much of my time. I didn't move out here to work a job that I don't like. I moved out here for my dreams. So yes. Something that I will say is that I've noticed that I've had to make a lot of sacrifices since becoming an adult, and that happened in my childhood as well, but specifically with being an adult, I've missed out on so many of my siblings' big moments. Like my little sister, she's my baby sister. She's not a baby. She's in high school. But she just had her dance like recital. And this was the last one for this year, and or this school year. And I missed it. And she's had a couple of this year, and I've missed all of them. And I felt so terrible because it was just like, dang, like I was like the second parent, third parent, whatever. And those are like my children. We grew up together, and it was so sad to miss those moments. And that was partially due to the fact that at work I couldn't get time off because of X, Y, and Z. So at the time I wasn't able to go to a particular rehearsal. This last one, I wasn't even told about it because I guess at this point everyone's assuming my schedule's kind of out of whack, you know. But it was so sad. It was really so sad. Like my feelings are hurt. I don't know if y'all can see this, but my feelings are hurt. They really are. Oh my gosh, so many things. I haven't seen my siblings or my two sisters. I haven't seen them in a year. I haven't seen my brother in 3 years, almost 3 years, if not 3 years at this point. And it's so crazy. And it's just like, the year thing with my sisters is because, well, with my siblings as a whole, is because of what's going on in the world. Also with some additional issues, like me moving out here, and just, oh my gosh, like too much. And like that's the hard part about being an adult. Some of the sacrifices that you have to make. Anyway, in the long run, I feel like they're going to be worth it. They're going to pay off because I'm investing in my future right now. Thus meaning I'm investing in their future, because when I'm good, my siblings are good, my family is good, you know. So yeah. But I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. We'll go back to the job situation. I will say that I'm learning that I don't have to take the nonsense. I really don't. It's too many people hiring out here. Too many people hiring that it just doesn't make sense. If you don't like something, if you don't want to be disrespected for a paycheck, dump. Bye. Like, no, seriously. It's just there's too much money to be made elsewhere for me to sit here and be disrespected by whomever, whether it be, you know, management, the customers themselves, or something in between. It just doesn't make sense. So that's something that I've learned, because for the longest time I've always had some type of loyalty to whomever I worked for, whatever company it is, family owned, whatever the case may be, because I actually have no idea why, but I've always just had that loyalty. And you kind of, when you give it, in a sense, you expect it back. But with my experience, it doesn't really come back, unfortunately speaking. Now, every once in a while, you may get a little here, and that's awesome. Those employers, shout out to them. But girl, it's like, as soon as I think about some stuff, I'm like, dang, was the money blindsiding me? Because I know my last job, I think the money was blindsiding me, because there were so many opportunities to make additional money, like make an extra $500 here, or extra this here, and it's just like, dang, that's good money. I can use an extra $500. I should stay. I should do this. This is fine. I don't like this job. I'm crying in the parking lot prior to getting to this job. Not prior. I'm gonna stop saying prior. Before walking into the door. That's crazy. That's unacceptable. And I refuse to put myself in a situation like that again. Like, that was just insane. The whole thing was just insane, very depressing. And I found myself literally, let's say I start my day, my shifts changed at one point, but I start my day at like 6:30, 7, wake up, get ready, go to work like 9 hours, get off, eat, prepare for bed, go to sleep, wake up, prepare for work, go to work, go to bed, go to work. It wasn't good. And the way my off days were set up, I was so restless, like all the time, because I had one off day here and then one off day over here. So even on my off days, I was thinking about going to work. It don't make sense. But that's what I was doing. And I had options, but I refused to look at them at one point in time. And to me, I had to put my foot down. Like, I'm starting to set those needed boundaries, whether they be in the workplace or my personal life. That's something that is beyond important. It's setting those boundaries, saying, listen, I'm bringing this to your attention now. I need something to change with this, And if nothing can be changed, you have to make that change yourself, whether it be walking out or making a different decision within the company, whatever the case may be. And it's not just workplace that I'm talking about, but specifically with that. And I'm so proud of myself. Like, look at you, Q. Let's see you, girl. Oh my goodness. It's so weird saying Q because that's not my actual name. It's just the name I'm going with. You know what I'm saying? My name has a Q in it, so it makes sense. So does my mama's. My mama, she got a middle name with a Q in it, whatever. But boundaries are very important, and this is like really the stepping stone into me officially setting boundaries in whatever relationship that it may be, because that's important. I can't allow someone to just walk all over me and think that it's acceptable. And the reason that people will think it's acceptable is if you don't speak up, if you don't say anything. If I don't tell you that I like it or I don't like this, you're gonna think that I do. You know what I'm saying? So yes. And another thing that I'm learning, this kind of goes into setting boundaries, but I'm learning to say no. I'm learning to say no. That was very, very difficult for me. Like, the no word was and still is, because I'm learning, but I'm a recovering people pleaser. Recovering, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. I always just wanted to be the good child. I always wanted to make sure everyone was happy, but the gag is you can't do that. Everyone is out. They're not always going to be happy. You can't please everyone. Trying to please this person, you're going to displease this person. Trying to please this person, you're going to displease this person, and so on and so forth. And while you're doing all of that, you're going to stress yourself out to the max. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm not saying just disregard how others feel, but that little situation, that game, it's not worth it. It's not gonna help you. It's gonna cause you to have a dang near a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm learning to say no, and that just makes me so happy. That makes me so happy because I never thought I'd get to that point. Just putting my foot down, like, girl, I'm good. Ooh, actually, no. I just gotta work on that confidence. And speaking of confidence, my confidence is getting so much better. So much better. Like, a couple of months ago, I shaved my head. And it's very interesting. I feel so confident with no hair. And I didn't shave my hair because my hair was damaged. Healthy hair all day, you know what I'm saying? Just growing back another head of healthy hair. But it was just so cool. It was so cool. Now, I did have moments where I'm like, I look like a little boy. Oh my god, oh my god. But no, I don't think that anymore. I think I look like a very beautiful woman because that's what I am. So yeah, it's just looking in the mirror and being like, look at God showing off, you know what I'm saying? So yes, my confidence is just, it just keeps going up and up. Not cockiness, confidence. I do want to, make that very clear. So I will say that, and that's very, very exciting. Just being confident, not only in my looks or my appearance, but also in the decisions that I'm making, knowing that when I do this, I'm doing this for a purpose. This is going to work for me. Instead of being like, oh, I don't know. Because when you go in with that mindset, I mean, your results are like, or they just don't work at all because you don't really believe in yourself. So I'm learning, girl, be confident in the decisions that you make. Be confident in what you speak. Go on an interview and kill it. I'm the expert. I know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And another thing, my communication skills. They haven't always been great, but they're getting a lot better. So much better. And that's helping me in all types of relationships, whether it be like, professional or personal. And I really, really loved it. I really, really loved it. And yes. This is my adulting journey. Oh, one more thing. Not one more thing. I don't know how many other things I'm going to say. But my credit is getting built. Period. That's another thing I can recommend. I'm not a financial expert, but I always say it's really great to have some type of credit card in order to, you know, get your stuff together. Because as an adult, you will need that type of stuff. You will need credit for a house, for an apartment, for a car, for this, for that, for whatever the case may be. Their credit is so essential. So it's so important that you have that, and especially good credit. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. People play with credit cards too much, especially college students. They know that they don't have money. Oh, I'll just pay it off later. And then later comes, you still don't have that money because you're spending that money. You have to be very responsible with your credit, very careful with your credit, because it can mess you up, but it is easily fixable. I'm learning, so that's another great thing as well. Excuse me, I feel like I'm out of breath. I feel like I'm talking fast. If I am, I talk fast on a regular basis, but I'm trying to slow it down for y'all because I don't want you to be like, what the hell is that? But yes. I've been out in this new city for a couple of months now, and during this time, I feel like I've learned so much about myself, and I've grown so much as an individual that it's just phenomenal. You know, this is like a little thing that may seem a little ridiculous, but I just got my license 2021 when I'm still 20. I was 20 though. And I just turned 20, so I will say that. But I just got my license, and that was such a big step for me because I was so scared for a really long time to get my license for whatever reason. I think I just kind of got a phobia of driving. It just became very, very like scary to me at one point. But I got it. I conquered that fear, and it's just like, girl, I gotta get my license, because without your license, there are actually jobs that you can't get. There's a lot of jobs that you actually can't get. So, but I got my license, and that was just so exciting. That was so exciting. I was so proud of myself. I'm so happy for myself that I'm moving in the right direction, not the wrong direction. Now, I've had some backsets, you know, some setbacks. Oh my goodness. I've had some setbacks, of course, but they haven't prevented the growth from happening. And that's something I am so proud of. So proud of. Like, I'm growing into the woman that I'm supposed to be, or I'm growing into the woman that I would like to be. So that is so exciting. That is so exciting. Like, it makes me emotional. It makes me extremely excited. I say excited a lot. I'm gonna say it again probably, but yes, it's just, I'm so thankful for this learning opportunity. And now thinking back, it's like a little side note. I remember when I was gonna drop out of school, or I made the actual decision to drop out of school, I asked my mom if I could stay with her just for the time being, so I get a job, save up, then I would move out. And she told me no. She was like, we don't have the space, you know, you just gotta figure this out. And I was so, like, I wasn't mad at her, but I was upset at myself, but I was also relieved in some sense. And I couldn't understand at that time why I was relieved, and I feel like now I kind of understand why it was, because I knew that it would lead to something, or I could be reaching, but no, it was just so many different emotions. And now I think about it, like, if she had said yes, would I be at this point? Would I have grown the way that I have? Because although I did not like the job that I was at, I learned a lot from there. And a portion of that, I mean, that confidence, I feel like I learned that from my job. You know, the boundaries, I learned that from that job. I didn't like it, but a lot of good came from it. So that's a really great thing as well. But I'm super excited to you know, just continue my journey, see where I am in a couple of months, see where I am in a year. You know, what's today? Let me figure it out. Today is February the 8th. So to see where I'm at February the 8th of 2023, that's gonna be so exciting. Like, I'm gonna have a whip, you know what I'm saying? More money. more joy. That's a God-given thing. So getting stronger with my Lord and Savior Jesus. So yes, just I'm so excited, and I'm so glad I was able to share this. I'm gonna go ahead and just end this. I feel like it's a little abrupt, but you know, I don't really got too much to say, and I don't want to ramble. But I will say this, I will leave y'all with this. I hope y'all have a very, very blessed week, very blessed day, so on and so forth. Please stay safe out there, and remember, like, I don't know how old y'all are, I don't know what season y'all are in, but Y'all can get through this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will make it. Y'all are conquerors. You know what I'm saying? You got this, sis, and so do I. So we're gonna get this together, and I will see y'all hopefully next time. Bye.